So we got a good look at one of my most anticipated games, which is Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. It looks really good, and I'm hoping, as someone who's a fan of Indiana Jones, listen, I grew up in the 80s. The first few Indiana Jones movies are absolutely incredible. The fourth one, looking in hindsight, is okay. Maybe it's not as good as the first three or whatever, but the last one, I think everybody would rather forget. So you have to wonder if the IP itself is tarnished from, a very bad movie. Hopefully not, because I got to say the game looks incredible and what they've been able to kind of accomplish and what they've been able to do. And I think that what we're seeing here makes it look all the better. So, obviously, there's a lot of whip cracking action on the way for Indiana Jones. It's pretty safe to say that the Bethesda-backed offering is one of the most anticipated titles coming to Xbox Series X, but is it coming to PlayStation 5? A lot of people are talking about this. We got a very good reveal of the game itself at the showcase. There's still, a lot to learn from it, clearly, but I think that the game looks pretty good. Obviously, it's one of the games that Microsoft is kind of putting a lot of hopes on in terms of great Game Pass growth and things like that. When it comes to coming to the PS5, there's two different sides to this. Okay, first of all, we learned that this game was originally going to come to the PS5, but Microsoft changed the agreement with Disney with the license to make it an exclusive. Since that particular point, however, Microsoft has put other games on PlayStation, and now there's rumors that this one is going to be one of those things that could happen. So Microsoft has confirmed that there's no plans at this particular point to bring it to PS5 during the speculated update and things like that we actually saw. But, again, it is nice to see that, this game is looking as good as it looks. And we did get from Tom Warren, actually, he was saying that it looks like that's one of the ones that they're really considering putting it on the PlayStation 5. So, and not only are they considering putting it on the PS5, but they're considering putting it on the PS5 a mere months after it comes to Xbox. Now, listen, I understand a lot of people's thought process with this kind of stuff, and what I mean by that is, to some people, owning an X, and I say this a lot, I'm like, well, what's the point of owning an Xbox if all those games come to PlayStation, right? And so a lot of people will retort, well, Game Pass, or, whatever. So Phil Spencer sort of echoed that. Like, I guess to him, if you're an Xbox owner, the perk is Game Pass, and you get the chance to play these games or whatever through your Game Pass subscription. Like, I've never, ever thought that, a rental service is a reason to buy an entire platform. So, again, I just kind of want to point out this. I love Xbox. Yes, if you are a person that thinks Game Pass is the bee's knees and, you get to save those money by not owning everything, that's fine. For me, I have a hard time not owning stuff, right? Like, it could just be a me thing, maybe it's a you thing. But in this world that we live in right now, it's highly known that, the government, and I know it makes me sound like a conspiracy theorist or whatever, but, they want us to own less things and to be happy about it. And so, listen, we don't own our movies anymore. All that stuff is streamed. We don't own our music anymore. All that stuff is streamed. They don't want us to own our games anymore. So what will we actually own? Right? It's just the truth of the matter. I like to own my stuff. So, by the way, I buy as many physical games as I can. I buy physical music. I buy physical movies. Because honestly, unless you buy physical, you don't own anything. And I know some people might try to be snarky and go, well, listen, you don't really own anything digitally anyway. Look at the agreements or whatever. Listen, I've been gaming since the 1980s. I still own my original carts and games and consoles, and I clean them regularly and make sure that I have, everything I need for them to work. And as long as I have a working console and I have a game that's been taken care of, I can play that game wherever I want, whenever I want, right? I can go out and grab my original copy of Super Mario Brothers 3 from, 1989, 1990, and pop that in my NES and play that. Right? Nobody can stop me from doing that. I own that. Okay? That's the difference, right? Now, if I own a digital copy of that and I try to play it on a Nintendo, sure, they can take away the rights to doing that and any digital kind of rights or whatever. But anyway, I don't want to get into the sidetrack a little bit too much. It does look like Indiana Jones will probably come to the PlayStation at some point. And one of the reasons why we're seeing that this could be something that happens is because what we're seeing is Phil Spencer confirming more games are coming to other platforms. We know Doom is going day one to other platforms, but we also know that right now Microsoft is considering, thanks to Project Latitude, bringing the game over, and it's an expensive IP. Okay, so I know that a lot of people are going to hate me for saying this, but people on Xbox aren't exactly buying games the way that they used to, right? And this was something that I noticed not too long ago, but it's kind of funny to me. I was looking through the store, and I regularly play Xbox 360 and stuff, and PS3 and some of these retro things. And I was looking through the store because I was buying some digital games on the 360, and things have thousands and thousands of reviews, like 5-star reviews or whatever, and on Xbox Series, nothing, hardly anything is reviewed. You'll see come across a big popular game with like 8 reviews, and it's just like, I don't know, did we get out of doing that, or is there just not enough people buying it? Is it, so it's sort of crazy. But the idea is anyway that this game is expensive for Microsoft, right? And that's really, really unfortunate because, you have to make money back on it. So in a game where you have to make money back on it, guess what you got to do? You've got to be able to, you've got to be able to kind of go out there and have something that is ready to go. So again, Microsoft, they could bite the bullet, they could keep it exclusive, but something tells me that this game is going to come to PlayStation 5, and from the rumors that we're seeing, it could be coming to PlayStation 5 very much in 2025. This game is supposedly not launching until December of this year on Xbox, so it's launching sometime in 2025 for PS5 seems like it would be about right. Again, it's going to be interesting to see how this all pans out, what Microsoft does to kind of attract people to the platform. Maybe Game Pass is enough. My thought process with that is Game Pass has been a thing for a long time already, and it hasn't drawn more people into Xbox. So what exactly is going to be the thing that draws people in? That's going to be, I think, the big question mark going forward. But I would love to hear everybody's thoughts and opinions on this down below. Thanks for watching. Rack 'em up. Crap Gamer out.